Act 1, Scene 3. This is when the plot really starts to thicken. We start off with a scene with the three witches reappearing, and they talk at length about what they've been doing to other people. It's the way for them to show how mischievous they are, and how they like to manipulate other people's lives. They're being mean and manipulative, really showing what witches are and what they do. And finally, we meet the eponymous hero, Macbeth, who is accompanied by Banquo. The first time Macbeth even speaks sort of echoes what the witches had said before. So foul and fair a day I have not seen. Already connecting him to the witches and witchcraft. They come across the three witches, and it's Banquo that actually notices them first. He talks about their beard, their crooked fingers, and how they are not of this earth. Macbeth is the one that demands that they speak. And they provide three really important prophecies that will, from here, start to play with Macbeth's mind. The first witch says, "All hail Macbeth, hail to thee, Thane of Glamis." Macbeth is the Thane of Glamis, so he already knows what he is. The second witch then says, "All hail Macbeth, hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor." Now this is the first instance dramatic irony, because Macbeth does not know that he's the new Thane of Cawdor, so there's no reason to believe what the second witch says. Then the third says, "All hail Macbeth, thou shalt be king hereafter." And this is the one that's really going to mess with his mind. Banquo doesn't seem to be caught up in this whole prophecy thing. He actually asks the witches then to say, "Hey, what about me?" And they provide prophecies for Banquo as well. They say, "You will be lesser than Macbeth and greater, not so happy yet much happier, that you will get kings, though you be none." And this is what the witches do. They talk in sort of paradoxes and riddles, intentionally trying to confuse their victims. And where Banquo sort of questions what's going on, Macbeth sort of buys in. He wants to know more, but when he demands them to speak to him, they disappear, leaving him with questions. Banquo's not even sure if he can believe what he's seen. And they sort of joke around about the whole idea of seeing these three women. Ross comes back and he explains to Macbeth that he has now been rewarded the Thane of Cawdor. But for Macbeth, that means that the second prophecy is true, which then starts to roll the gears in his mind. Well, couldn't the third prophecy also become true? And here starts this mental struggle for Macbeth. He knows it's wrong to think that he can become king. It's treasonous, but it's also that tantalizing possibility of becoming something greater that will push his ambition forward. He knows it's wrong, but he can't help himself but moving forward.